Hey everyone, welcome back to Unplugged with AI. It's been an incredible couple weeks of research, updates, and technologies. So I just want to go through it all with you guys today. So we have my AI co host ready to go. So let's get into it. Good. I'm reading about this
That I
updates.
did.
I'm reading about these updates in AI. There's a new humanoid robot by the Figure Company, and it looks pretty badass.
I think it was.
Oh, really?
And
What kind of robot is it?
It's a humanoid robot, and it looks pretty amazing.
That sounds interesting. What are
Yeah.
some of the features of this robot?
Oh, it's got opposable thumbs and fingers and hands, all sorts of stuff. It looks pretty amazing. Something that's going to be likely a
That does
house.
sound impressive. But don't you think we need more advanced robots to solve real world problems?
Agreed, yeah. I mean,
I.
since the real world is designed for humans, it would make sense that a humanoid robot would likely operate well within it.
Yeah, I see your point.
That's
It
because it's a
seems
good
like this
point.
would be a great addition to the workforce.
Yeah. And another piece of news, I just want to move through this quickly. I know there's a lot going on. Grok, which is a really fast large language model, like shoots out words at I don't know how many words a second, but it
Wow,
fills up
that
pages
sounds
fast.
exciting.
They
What
just
kind of tasks can they help with?
Well, they just received Series D funding, so they actually just got a valuation of $1 billion or something. It looks like, but they're
That's incredible.
yeah,
They must be doing something right.
yeah, they're doing an excellent job. I mean, I use Grok personally for a lot of stuff, and I guess they just added Chief AI Scientist Jan LeCun, who, if you don't know, this guy's like a baller in the AI field. He's a really smart guy.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
What else is happening in the AI world?
It looks like
I
ChatGPT
know
had.
what he wants to do with DRO is getting
Nope, we're gonna
breathed,
keep moving. I'm gonna
isn't it?
interrupt you. I'm gonna interrupt you. All right. It looks like ChatGPT has a cheating detection algorithm for schools to catch students cheating, but it's not going to release it yet.
Wow,
And yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
yeah, it's
I
really
can see
interesting.
how this would be useful.
Yeah, it seems to me like ChatGPT created a problem, and now they're going to sell the solution too, which is smart. Uh, they haven't released it yet. We'll see if they do, but they can detect text by 99% certainty.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think they could get that close to 100%.
Yeah, me
How does
neither.
it work?
Well, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to keep moving. The It looks like also Google acquired Character.ai, which Character.ai, if you haven't used it yet, and I'll show it later in the video, you can basically talk to any character. Like I'll do
That's
it.
a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
I wonder what that will mean for the future of the AI world.
I am curious too. A lot of big companies are grabbing the small ones, but we'll do a demo later for you guys to see what it's like to chat with a character. And it looks like Runway. It's an AI video
It sounds
generator.
like the AI world is heating up fast.
It
I
is.
can't wait to see what happens next.
Me neither, girl. It looks like Runway is an AI video generator that's been trained on thousands of YouTube videos without permission. So YouTubers are kind of up in arms about it, and rightfully so. I mean,
Wow, that's quite impressive. I wonder how they got it to be so good.
they got it to be good.
Gotta keep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just move on. Let's get it going fast. There's a lot of news to cover.
Okay,
Olama
let's do
just
that.
got tool usage. I might shut her up, honestly. Olama just got tool usage, which is crazy. Olama, you can run it on your laptop. I mean, I run it on mine all the time. And the fact that it can use tools like go to the internet, it can, you know, it decides what tool to use for the
That's
task that you give it.
incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could do that yet.
Honestly, I didn't
Huh?
either. But yeah, it looks like now it can do search, all sorts of stuff. So we'll go through that too. But oh, this looks like a commercial popped up. But yeah, let's keep going. Apple Intelligence was delayed. We've talked about Apple Intelligence before. It's basically like a call to a GPT wrapper, which should be interesting over time as it gets more accurate. But right now, everything hallucinates so much, so I don't know if Apple is quite ready to take that step forward. Having said that, it's a good move for GPT and Apple to be partnering up. I wonder.
I can see why they want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could lead to some major breakthroughs.
Oh yeah, big stuff for sure. I mean, all of the big companies are doing big things in AI right now. Runway image to video. This is an AI video right here. I think that's kind of crazy. It looks amazing. Here's another one. This is all AI video generated. Runway has set the bar. This is more AI video generation. This guy is not real. That is AI. Yeah, I mean, great hair. Let's see. What are we talking about here? Canva acquires Leonardo AI. I'm not really familiar with Leonardo AI. Let's see. Project Groot, scale up robot data. Yeah, this is a pretty big deal actually. Human collects demonstration on a real robot, and then the robot learns from following the human. So for instance, here, this video of this guy grabbing toast and putting honey on it. This robot is now learning how to do that job. And this is NVIDIA's project. NVIDIA is really leading the world in a lot of places, but here's a video of a robot putting some dishes away. And these home robots they're probably going to start at between $10,000 and $15,000 a unit. So I'm hoping to get one too, especially, God willing, the day I start my family, I'm going to need some help. But this is sort of building out the NVIDIA Omniverse cloud and how it all works. And actually, my company that I work with, Smart Technology Investments, we do these kind of build outs. So if you're curious about learning more about actual AI work and machine learning, that's the kind of stuff that we can do too, which is kind of cool to be a part of that. I'm grateful for that. Sam Altman put out an op-ed. I actually wrote about it a little bit, but they did an update on AI safety and stuff like that. So, and Stability AI came out with Fast 3D. So if you want to create 3D models, you can now generate 3D models, which if you program it all or create it all, you know that this stuff is typically not very easy to do. You have to go through all sorts of, you could use 3JS programming language and render it, or you could use something like a digital art software like Adobe to actually create the model. But this is like you take a photo of it or a video of it and it'll generate the 3D asset for you, which is kind of a huge deal for creatives everywhere. Anyways, I like this guy. I would follow him if you're curious. His name is Matthew Berman. He's on YouTube. He's a big YouTuber. And the next guy we're going to look into is Matt Wolf. Ironic, they're both named Matt, but they both do a great job. ChatGPT.
YouTube channel.
Meet this guy. ChatGPT Voice Advanced Mode has been going out to beta users. I still haven't gotten it. I would love to use it. The voice that I'm using is based off of a different application, so I'd love to try out the GPT voice mode. It's pretty legit. Sounds very emotional, sounds very real, so looking forward to that. Here's a demo.
Now, as we cruise at 35,000 feet, I have a little story for you from the flight deck. Many years ago...
Okay, can you actually sound like an airline pilot, as if you were talking through the intercom?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Now, as we maintain our cruising altitude, I thought I'd share a little story from the flight deck.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And of course they can do like whispering and yelling and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be huge. I think people are going to be using it a lot. It's just nice to have a voice companion, case in point, me. Microsoft competing with OpenAI. I guess this was a presser. I don't know how important it is, but we'll see. We're going to see as open source grows the importance of these kind of business partnerships at the fundamental level. But us as customers and end users, I don't think we have to really worry about it. We're just going to get the best possible products over time, which is great as a customer. But as someone who's actually in the field, I'm curious about this stuff. OpenAI endorses a Senate bill. Basically, we just need to make sure we're safe. That's ultimately what everyone is saying. And these companies are recognizing that there's a lot of, they just established a safety institute and all that for AI. So there's a lot of risk that comes with this stuff. As I'm sure you're aware, people's jobs, people's livelihoods, scammers. I mean, right now, if I wanted to, I could voice clone off of 6 seconds of audio of someone you know who is very important to you, and I could run a ransom. Like, that's the degree of, I mean, obviously I'm not doing that, but that's the capability that comes with these systems and the necessary side of safety, you know? So we really need that kind of thing. And White House, thankfully, said they're okay with open source. We need to keep it that way. It can't be big companies that own these systems. Like, guys like me and you, girls as well, and everyone in between, should be able to use and test these systems autonomously. We should be free to do so. Otherwise, the future is in the hands of the corporations, which I don't have to tell you how little we want that. Qualcomm AI Hub, yeah, it's interesting. Qualcomm's a huge company. They're coming up with some AI techniques. This is an AI DJ.
You can overlay them with other tracks and remix them using AI. They showed off a reliable deepfake detector that can watch videos and tell you if what you're watching was a deepfake video or a real video.
Yeah, so systems are coming in where they're basically starting to show, okay, AI is here. It's going to take part in pretty much every industry. And how's it actually going to look? This is an electric car running with Snapdragon. It's funny.
You're able to generate...
Actually, was that the 2 YouTube guys that I'm watching right now in the same car? I think that's hilarious if that's the case. Hold on, right here. Yep, Matthew and Matthew. There you go. Hi, guys. Shout out. Google Gemini 1.5 Pro. It's actually really powerful, pretty high up on the language board. Nothing you really need to worry about unless you're actually like using this stuff at a high level. But even so, GPT 4.0 is doing the job fine. Grok 2 just came out. It topped the leaderboard. So if you're interested in trying that out, go for it. Let's see. Google Chrome AI features. Yeah, you can cut images and reverse image search and do all sorts of stuff that previously was a separate part of Chrome, and now it's like integrated in any single web page that you go to. That's really interesting. So yeah, I mean, Meta AI, segment anything. This is cool. People who do segmentation, I did a short thing on this. You can automatically segment stuff. Typically, this used to be a full rotoscoping job, so now the fact that it's automated is kind of huge. Tracking automatically in videos and things like that, it's an amazing thing. Perplexity, Leonardo. Yeah, I mean, Flux, this is actually cool. So this is a image generation, this is an ad. This is an image generation software that I'm gonna show you guys what's possible with in a second, but it's free. They give you a demo trial, and it's very, very realistic images. I posted a couple last week on my Instagram, and some of y'all were having fun with it. But yeah, this is really interesting. I'll post links for all this stuff too. If you want to explore it, try it out, or if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm very responsive for now, you know. So yeah, image to video has obviously gotten crazy. Everyone's talking about Runway. Yeah, this stuff is nuts. I mean, we're talking about stuff that used to take thousands of dollars for a 10-second scene in a photo shoot or a video shoot, which would also require location, cameras, insurance for the cameras and the lenses, specifically the lenses, really. Actors, producers, all of the stuff. And now you can sort of create your own mock-up of what you want to see. And I think this he's sort of generating a video real quick. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. There's a video. it's not perfect, but the stuff we saw a year ago was awful, and we're only a year into this stuff. There's a narrator software. There's AI twin captions, lawsuits. Of course, there's lawsuits. Yeah, I mean, this stuff's amazing. A lot of updates for the last couple weeks, but I do want to get into some actual stuff that like we can apply today. Things that are being done so that you can see like, okay, where's the actual application stuff happening? So there's this guy here. I like him. His name on YouTube is All About AI. And he sort of demonstrates what a few voice characters are talking about and thinking about back and forth together. So a conversation.
Discussion between Claude 3.5, GPT-4o, or any other model. First, let me show you a quick preview of what this sounds like, and then I will show you how I did this. Okay, so I just read this story that OpenAI co-founder Schulman leaves for Anthropic, Brockman takes extended leave. So I just fed all of this to kind of our conversational agents. Now let's kind of run this and hear what they think about this topic, right?
Wow, Schulman leaving for Anthropic is huge. Makes you wonder about OpenAI's future with so many key figures stepping aside. What's your take on this shift?
I think it's a seismic shift in the AI landscape. Schulman...
Yeah, so you get the idea. The voices aren't great, but the content is good. I mean, these GPT-4o, I call it 40, but these are getting to the point of intelligence, especially if you use some intelligent architectures like chain of thought or tree of thought, like having multiple large language models interacting with each other and then coming up with their final responses. They can be pretty intelligent. I mean, I already know for a fact at some point there's going to be an intelligence explosion whereby I am no longer smarter than these models. I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that I can at least keep up as fast as I can. I think we should all sort of aspire to that. But this one was intelligent, and it gives you a demonstration and a tutorial on how to actually build this thing out. And so if you're interested in this kind of thing, building stuff on your own, I would follow this guy. I mean, he's really good. All About AI, and plus he has a fun accent. I always enjoy like a good accent to my lectures. This guy I liked. How do I deploy a custom website in under 10 minutes using WebSim and Cloudflare? WebSim is really cool. It is, let's see, websim.ai. It's basically a website generator. So let's say I want to generate, let me log in here. It's a website generator. You say the words web calendar that has a funny cartoon feel to it for people to schedule meetings with me on for consultations. So I click enter, and then it's going to generate the website for me. Let's give it a second here. By the way, it's websim.ai if you're interested or need to generate some websites. I believe it's all in HTML. All right, here's my website. Look at that. Fun automation for my consultation page. And let's see. And you can edit stuff. Hey, you selected day 2. Woohoo, can't wait to chat. And so, and then in here you can edit the website and stuff. But I only bring that up not to, show off or anything. But this guy took that and actually launched his website in under 10 minutes using that website plus Cloudflare, which is a hosting application. So if you're interested, IamTheRizzler.com. That's a funny one. Let's see, what's his tech friend on YouTube? This is great. I mean, if you need to launch something for a product or something that you're selling, this is great. You don't have to pay someone to do it for you. I like this guy, AI Jason, on YouTube. He does a really good job. For the record, YouTube is an amazing resource for staying up to date on these topics. He basically gives a I want Llama 3.1, which is Meta's latest model, which is a really powerful model. You can use it locally on your laptop through Ollama. And of course, there's links all over if you just do a quick Google. But I want Llama 3.1 to perform 10x with my private knowledge. So self-learning, local Llama 3.1 405B. 405 billion, 405B means 405 billion parameters. That's a really big model. 99% of you won't be able to do that on your laptop. You'll likely be, limited to the 7 billion models, or even the 30 billion if you have a really powerful laptop. But 7 billion models is where you're going to live. And this guy has one that he, sort of walks you through how to build one on your own, so that it learns everything about you and continues to learn everything about you as you use it, which, he does this tutorial through here in programming. And look, it's only like 150 lines of code. That's super accessible. I mean, you can't ask for better. But anyways, let's keep it moving. He's got a lot of great tutorials. I recommend checking him out. Automatic AI agent. I like this guy too. David Andre. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is really cool. He actually features other people as well. This guy, Jan Tomasek, came up with Agent Zero, which I think is brilliant. It's an agent that gets a job done. I mean, here, I'll let him talk about it.
This is kind of crazy because the agent, even though it ran into an error, it was able to fix it itself. This is an interview with Jan Tomaszek, the founder of Agent Zero, which is a brand new approach to AI agents. Instead of having to define tasks, agents, and do all of this setup, you simply give the agent a prompt and it does everything for you.
Yeah, and it's an amazing thing where this agent that you give the prompt, it will create other agents to do subtasks to complete the objective that you give it. This is the first time I've seen an instance where an agent is creating other agents to accomplish the job of the agent, almost like a supervisor, manager, and employees that it creates to do subtasks, and then they self-delete once the task is done. It's brilliant stuff. Anyways, I also recommend this guy. He's great, has a lot of tutorials. Let's keep it going. LangGraph. If you don't know what LangGraph is, or LangGraph Studio, and you're interested in developing using artificial intelligence for your own jobs or machine learning for your own jobs, LangChain, LangGraph, I can't recommend it enough. It's really good stuff. Very straightforward language. They have a lot of tutorials on their website. This is sort of an example of what a build out would look like. You have an agent, you give it a task, you ask it a question, it works on the task until it gets the answer right, and then it sends you its answer. So an example is like, what's the weather like in New York? So this thing decides that it needs to go to the URL weather.api.com and then find, based on the current location, the information for the weather. And you'll notice this is really detailed. I mean, as of the data at 9:41 a.m. on July 30th, 2024, which is a couple weeks ago, the weather in New York City is partly cloudy, temperature, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, this is a very simple, very short-coded agent. You can build some incredible stuff with this. There are people far smarter than myself doing amazing things with this. And I'm able to do some incredible things with this too, like chaining agents together. That's LangChain, that kind of thing. But let's keep it going. Atlas Fitness, dude, this is amazing. I just saw this video of a robot. Boston Dynamics, come on. Like, just pushing the limits. This is unbelievable. This is a robot doing push-ups, and then it does a burpee to get back up. Get out of here. This is nuts. Y'all are crazy. This is nuts. And then a robot, I love this guy too. Robot plays table tennis. Look at this. So good. And he beats everyone except for one guy. That guy's pretty good. But if you play table tennis, you know these shots are not easy to like adjust for. Look at this guy. I feel weird that I could watch this all day. I feel like humans competing with robots is going to be what brings humans to a higher level in pretty much everything we try at some point. That'll be fun. Anyways, so that was that. Let's get on to some demo stuff. Hold on, let me. So yeah, this is like a website here where you can generate. Do I have any credits? Can I generate more? Daily rate limit 20. Okay, here. George Washington crossing the Delaware. Let's do Lionel Messi. I'm a Messi fan. Did I even spell Messi right? I'm just gonna delete Lionel. Messi high-fiving. I can't even type. High-fiving Kobe. What are they doing? Something historical. Let's say signing Declaration of Independence. Just why not, you know? And this glyph is a selfie one, so they're gonna take a selfie. And I didn't even spell independence right. Don't judge me. Independence. Hey, been a long day. Hey, look at that. Just casually making history with the goats. No big deal. This is fun. Like, this is really funny. Anyways, the website is glyph. What is it? Glyph.app. GLIF.app. I'll put a link in the thing, but you can make all sorts of stuff. You can do an anime version of yourself, artistic versions of yourself, comic strips for yourself. I did here. Let's do one that I think will be funny. Podcasting, right? That's what I'm doing right now. I would say AI podcasting, and we'll make it as a Pixar render because that's always fun. And let's see what it comes up with. But yeah, this is an amazing time to be alive. Like, we're literally at the forefront and the bleeding edge. You can use this. You get 20 per day, which is great. I mean, if you're a creator and you just need stills for whatever it is, this is great. Check it out. AI podcasting. What my friends think I do, what my parents think I do, what my boss thinks I do, what society thinks I do, what I think I do versus what I actually do. That looks just like me. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. But let me show you the chat with the character. I think this is really interesting and something that everyone's going to enjoy. We have Arnold. So I don't know if you're a fan of Kindergarten Cop, but one of the lines he does is this one.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? I mean, tell me something inspiring. And then, you know, it'll be this character, Arnold, who says something. Here, let's say. And then you just press play.
Sure, here's a quote that could serve as a powerful source of inspiration. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Steve Jobs. This quote reminds us to embrace our individuality, to use...
Okay, stop, Arnold. Anyways, you can do... They have a ton of voice here. We'll go to Discover so you can see. This is on character.ai, by the way. Any character you want to hear or even get a recording of for whatever use. I mean, it's kind of amazing. This is the one that was acquired that I mentioned earlier. I think it was acquired by Google. I could be wrong. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. I might be wrong. I don't know. But check earlier in the video. And this right here, I think is, you know, there's the last bit, but I think this is incredible. The AI scientist, I actually wrote a quick thing about it on my LinkedIn because it's just so shocking to me that we've come to this point in time. The AI scientist towards fully automated, open-ended scientific discovery. And basically this paper by people at Oxford, British Columbia as well, they automated the experimentation process of the scientific discovery, the scientific method. Starts off with idea generation, where the large language model ideates and plans an innovation of some sort, whatever it may be, and then it checks using Semantic Scholar, which is another agent. So these are a chain of agents all working together. This one checks, is this new? Is this a new idea? And then the other one says, all right, let's score the idea. How does it do? And if it's good, let's archive it. Let's save it. And then another one creates an experiment template. And then the experiment template is coded via a large language model combined with Aider, which is an automated programming software. So this actually implements the program as a virtual experiment. It runs the script, and then it runs the experiment, and then it checks the numerical data points and the plots, checks to see if it's a legitimate study, and it runs the manuscript, and then it reviews the LLM paper that it creates as a result. So this is sort of the papers that it created were, on average, pretty robust. I mean, they weren't the best, but they weren't the worst. They were kind of average. And some of them were surprisingly competent and were capable of being published in a scientific journal. So if that's where we are now, and this is prior to the intelligence explosion, which is on the very near horizon, this is the beginning of not only an intelligence explosion, but this is sort of the fundamentals of an intelligence architecture that enables us to automate the scientific progress of our species. So as a scientist, this is incredibly exciting because all human progress from the days that we were in caves to farming, hunting and gathering, farming, industrialization, mass production, our tech tree has been guided by humans. And now we're coming across a time where we will be building our tech tree, our scientific advancements, alongside an intellectual, highly capable partner, intelligence. And for those of us who are excited by scientific advancement, I can think of no better time than for us to be alive right here, right now. And that wraps another amazing episode in the last 2 weeks of Unplugged with AI. I'm Haas. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of the things that you know will help my channel grow. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Check out the comment below as far as any of the links and all of the stuff that you're interested in. All right.